Because I want him to see. I want him to experience. So, everything is coming into motion right now. I am now going to clear and F-load. And F-load is now going to, I'm stupid, understand that I am a 0 brain cell animal. And now we are going to insert the file, and kaboom. Okay, very good, very good. Let us begin now. Actually, let me make sure that the Excel sheets are off to the corner. I am not good on a couple things, but it will be fine. I believe in myself. If you guys do not believe in me, then skill issue. Alright. No, wait, no, autoplay! I did pre-write the intro, excuse me, I'm setting things up. Down to the deepest abyss, down to the darkest caverns, down to the most wicked of places. The lowest reaches of this mine choose once again to open up. Yet now, it is an even more grandiose expansion, with strung knight's bulbs lining the criminal walls. The ceiling stands high above us and stretches unimpeded as a cohesive whole, defying any presumption that such expanse would not crumble from the tremendous weight of the world above. Filling our entire vision as we hesitate to draw our gaze forward and centered, was the same rock faces we became so familiar with. The dirt and grass felt foreign. And there, at the far end from our entrance, was a small raised step in the corridor room. It was almost like a podium, and a third of a set piece to a larger dramatic stage. It seemed that there was only one who claimed the helm of this play, thus you can assume they were also the helm of the larger game of puppets too. The mass of loaded armor, an exoskeleton, feel no pain. Like when a manipulative spite, the feast and relish in the exactness of revenge. That posture of supremacy. So this time he sat only on a stone throne. And of course, those two menacing gauntlets, imitating jaws of abyss beasts. And likewise rivaling their might as we saw these gauntlets find themselves within a split decision of choosing to crush Florence's skull into dust. T-H-A. Then, oh my goodness, burn. With the blood on our hands, of those most certainly bowing down to them, we all felt a sudden dread that we would confine ourselves in the maw of one of those continents. And this time, not to be released in beating hearts. Oh wait. I must say, I didn't quite anticipate you all to reach so deep. I figured at least a woman would have gotten herself killed by now. But for all four of you to arrive to this abyss, a friend of mine would most certainly call you wolves for this. Be honored for such praise in my presence. That's not quite my line. The beast that we call the man stands in the thing well, cracking up on the wall of surface and arm rest again in the jaws of both hands. Subject is a far better word for you lot. You're no cattle to be real, you slaughtered. Rather a worthless bundle of serving 90 following orders. Even if those orders are burying yourselves in new graves, 6 foot seems a bit shallow for you all after all. He lets out a hearty laugh and steps forward, slowly, methodically. Heh! So how about this? Kneel to your king and this will go down easier. I can make this painless, even if it's boring. Or do you dislike such meek displays of obedience? With no audience whose gaze you're trapped within. You needn't act more than you are, after all. You've done a good enough job in slaughtering that audience anyways. This little play of mine was truly spectacular, was it not? It's a shame the rest of my crew couldn't be here to see me finish the grand climax. Without hesitation, Florence is the first to meet Kraken's gaze. Right before she stands up against him, her halbert's blade dragging against the cold sword floor. Her words come out in a cold tone, acting apathetic to it all, even as emotions run high beneath her fake face. His appearance remains inevitable, unbreakable in his stride towards us even as Florence's rage, his expression unchanging, but that's the light smile cracking momentarily. How sudden! I wonder just who brought out this change of heart. Whoever it was, I have to extend my thanks. Not that they can hear that anymore, Brandon. For this grand display of foolishness. You even call yourself a beast now. Surely I'm gifted to see such a grand display of hubris. Foolish or not, this new display is quite something. I no longer request your servitude, Florence. I'm far more interested in just what it went through back there, really. Give me a taste of that halberd, and I'll make this painful for you. Good deal? No, maybe it's bad form to give you deals. You've never followed orders after all. What's a contract to a beast? The Kraken's maw points as if testing his weapon out. The claw opens and shuts. It's clear he lined his vision up to see Florence and head disappear behind it, with each sudden motion he makes, giving the look on his face too. Such excitement! Truly I did not expect to feel so strongly here. Well then, come forth, Florence Nightingale. Just as you speak, I, Vauuzhur Kraken, shall be the stepping stone that will break your neck. Be jubilant, for you shall bear witness to the great power of Pyros Company's great Upsilon. Combat encounter. Alright. Oh my goodness, video start. YouTube, you suck. YouTube, you suck. I'm gonna switch to Grey J. I should switch to Grey J. There's no way this video isn't gonna load. Are you kidding me? Okay, there we go. Crazy. I need to start like clipping music off the internet. Okay, I personally think Dex should mute. Okay, I'm immersed. Did you still mute me anyways? Crazy. Okay, well I guess Yin's gonna miss out on like 90% of the combat. Sucks to suck, I guess. Alright everyone, you're gonna now chat in here. And it's time for the combat encounter. Alright. Passives unlocked. E1. Wait, my message. What about your message? Your message is still there. It did show, yes. E1 equals Vauuzhur Kraken. E2 equals Kraken Jaw Gauntlet left. E3 equals Kraken Jaw Gauntlet right. You guys are not the enemies. What do you mean? E1 uses, E2 uses on top left space. You can we have never been in the same alignment, Tomix. What do you mean? We always start from a different angle. This is the angle on the map, so this is where you guys start. No, they don't. No, they don't. You guys have started on the left, you guys have started on the right, and you guys have started on the bottom. You guys can start on the top for once. Gone, yes. Gone, yes. Alright. It is now G off action. Now, do note what strategic pressure does. Read carefully and know what you have to do. This fight will be a reading test. Dex intended this. I positioned it based on the map solely. But if you want to read into it, then let's go. I'm all for it. Anyway, it is G off action. And direct action next, and then Florence action next, and Kanef is going to move forward, by the way. If this active finish is the active finish forced or optional on this? Forced. It does not say may. May equals optional. So it is forced. G off. FDS, MDSDS. Alright. Kanif, MDS. It is now Tomix's. It is now Garrick action. So Garrick action. Okay, FDS, MDS, DS, and it is now Florence action. Yes, Kraken is off-centered. Cry about it. I didn't want to do the mathematically correct square root of 3 because square root of 3. I don't care. Okay, so Florence, MDSDS. Alright. That is Kraken, and all of it runs off of that same principle. It applies to everybody. The Kraken gauntlets, some of it specifically just applies to the gauntlets. But the arms are just part of him. So the -1 clash token also applies to the arms. The 70% power and 70% damage multiplies applies to the arms. The clash use applies to the arms. One stagger applies to the arms as well. Immunity to burn and oil applies to the arms. All of that applies to the arms. Alright. MA4, move DSDS. MA2, FDS, MDSDS. MA3, FDS, MDSDS. Alright. Kenneth is going to use Chime. No, they cannot move on their own. They are attached to him, and if he dies, the Kraken jaws die. It is only E1 that you have to get to 0 health, technically speaking. You only need to get E1 down to 0. Alright. It is now G off action. It is now G off action. You regen 1.5 stamina per second. MDSDS. Alright, Garrick action. No. No. When you attack the main body, you hit the main body. When you attack the arms, you hit the arms. And the damaging the arms also damages the body. If you clash with the arms, you must damage that arm. That is how it works. And the 50% damage is only if you are attacking unopposed. So if you clash with the arms, you don't get that modifier. That is how it works. Alright, it is also, by the way, Tomix action and Florence next. Yes. Alright, Florence action. It is now Florence action, by the way. I think Yin has me muted. What's the chance that Yin has me muted? Fine. Yes. This is how I speed up the combat, Yin. So you don't have to listen. You don't have to wait 5 minutes for me to type. Also, it is your action, by the way, Yin. So that's the main point. I mean, you can call it less immersive, but if you wanna like I have to like specifically like give details to do the attacks. Move down again. Okay. Sprinting, I'm assuming. A4 MDSDS. Okay. Alright. SD A2 minus 10. SD A3 minus 10. SD A4 minus 10. We are at the heal point now. And M A3 MDSDS. M A4 MDSDS. M A2 MDSDS. Alright. It is now G off action. MDSDF FDR, A2, A3, MDSDS FDR, MDSDS on A2, and Florence action, FL, okay, FDL as well, good. She would probably get body blocked, because body blocking is a thing. But I mean, she could certainly try. Actually, I mean, you can technically sprint past it. Yeah, I can see you sprinting past it. It's a very tight so. Thrust, so he moves into my attack, I guess. Okay, you are now. Florence is using thrust then. A5 uses thrust. A4 I mean, not A5. That was the wrong one. And then A5 10. That's the A4 minus 10. Okay, cool. Alright. E1 misses. And A5 gives all allies 2 status shield. A5 M DS. Am I illiterate? Because I don't know where that's written. On active finish. If this attack hit, end it and 0.7 seconds idle time. Otherwise, move forward 1 space and reuse the active time for negative 0.5 stamina and negative 0.2 from the base. Max time 6. So he will reuse his active time. That unactive finish moves him 1 space forward. Alright, E1 moves forward 1 space. Your new hitbox is here. Yeah, but there's like a limited amount of room. I could have, but like... Alright, so once you will now attack, you probably can delay your attack by 0.1 seconds if you want, Yin, because right now you are not clashable. So if you wanna delay it by 0.1 seconds, because right now you will not clash. Alright. MA3, M, DSDS, F, DR, and MA2, M, DSDS, F, DL. Alright, it is now Geoff and Garrick actions. Yeah, I mean, I'm still working on the color formatting. Otherwise is a new keyword I'm doing. So I could probably bold the otherwise in the future, so that's more evident than this otherwise clause. Anyways, it is now Geoff and Garrick actions. Also, he will move forward another space. Alright, there we go. So, Garrick and Geoff actions now. You are already in action, Ian. You cannot back up. Leap. Okay, you are going to use leap. A3 uses. Geoff MDL and use offset bat. Okay, so A3 MDL and use MUL, and that's going to be a offset bat. Alright, Florence will now roll 3 to 6. If you want, I can roll for you guys in the future. So you two will clash. So if you want to roll, or I can roll. Okay, you will roll, and I will just roll here as well. I probably will just roll on the bot in the future, on the actual engine in the future, but I'll just roll here. All right, and that's going to be, let's see the clashing. 4, 1, 10, -1, 4, 8, 3, 7, 2, 6, 1, 5, 0, 4, dash lose. E1, A4 versus E1. And that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 dash instances. I will max you out there. Otherwise, it's going to be very evil. Alright. Hands will now move. MA5, MDSDS. A5, MDSDS. Also, both of you lose 2.5 stamina from staggers, from crashing, so stamina A4 minus 25, and stamina E1 minus 25. Alright, and now we are going to move A2, M, what did you say? You said MDL, and now we are going to use offset bat. It is now time for you to move, Tomix. So where will you move? MDR you are. Alright. And now he is going to attack. He reused twice. So he gets a minus 0.6 formula. So rolled E1, rolled 4, and 1.1x minus 4.1, and that is going to be 4.4. Yes, that is Kraken's hitbox. You are correct. You are correct, Frost. And that's going to be 4.4 minus 4.1, 0.3 base damage. And there is your damage report. Alright. And A2 is going to move UL, and E2 uses, and that's going to be reflected, and then E3 uses. So your hitboxes are going to look as so. That is your hitbox here. And this hitbox is going to be placed right here. So those are your two different hitboxes. This one is for rake on the left, and this is back hit on the right. Do I have time to turn DL and back hop? You can if you would like to. Also, before we do that, okay, so A4, TDL, and back hop. Okay. A5 uses Ripper. Alright, now Gareth gets to attack, rolling 4 to 7. And Geoff will also attack, rolling 4 to 5. So, rolls on both. If not, I'll just roll for you guys. If it makes it easier, I'll roll for you guys. Okay, you can re-roll for us because of MOS SB. So Frost, you can re-roll. Tomix gets a 7, so we're going to do A3 rolls 7, and this is going to be 10.5 base damage. Where would you like to attack? So, Tomix and Frost, pick your targets where you would like to attack. Well, you can pick an arm. If you want to attack an arm, you can attack an arm. You can attack an arm, or you can attack the body. You pick. Alright, so you guys are going to attack arm? Okay. So, E1 is going to take 105 blunt damage. And there's your report. And Geoff is going to roll a 4, which is going to be 3.4 base damage. And there's the damage dealt. Alright, Florence, back hop. You can pick which location you're going to back hop, Florence. Upright. A4 MUR. Alright. Okay, so E3 attacks. Rolling 3 to 5, and that's going to be 4, which is going to be 2.6 damage on A2. 26 blunt damage. There's your evaluation. And he is going to be moved DS. So A2 MDS. Alright, it is now both Geoff and Gareth actions. So you two can now both pick your actions. Gareth Night Swing. Circle Swing. You will only be in range to hit one. You're only able to hit one piece of him, by the way, because you're only overlapping with one space on him. So just note that. Yeah, it's based on how many spaces you overlap. Okay. Alright, and Geoff action. Also, don't forget Geoff, you do have dual action options as well. You are not currently, no. Also, Florence, prepare your action as well, because you are next. FUMUL. You can move with rev up. So if you want to move with rev up, you can do that as well. So don't forget that you can move with rev up if you want to move via rev up instead of just normal movement. Alright, sounds good. Okay, sip a poke. You can use poke at the same time, yes. Would you like to use it after your movement or like during your movement? Because if you're moving via poke, if you're moving via rev up, then you can do it at the same time, and you can delay it by any amount too. After second using body, okay. Was a heal spot, heal spot. You're gonna node projectile. You can node projectile right now. Yes, you can. Pick your projectile that you are noding, by the way. Heavy one, okay. A3, and you are noding the heavy projectile. Alright, so Florence, I'm assuming you are going to wait now then. You are waiting. So, Kraken is now going to use his next action. E3 uses on the right space. And going to be facing up. So that's going to be looking pretty much, it's going to be touching like this. It's kind of overlapping with the other one. You are in the zone there. So from that right space, he's using that. Kraken's first E2 misses first hit, by the way. And tell me when you're going to place your action towards where you're going to place it. Kenneth is now going to move A5M DS. You're going to back hop again. At what point are you going to? You're just going to back hop now? If you want to back hop here. Okay. Alright. Kraken is now going. Canif is now going to attack, rolling a 3 to 7, a 5. I'm putting it in the wrong chat. Whoa, look at me! Look at me being stupid. A 5 uses this, and that's going to roll. Rolling 3 to 7. That's going to roll a 4. He is going to attack. He is going to have 4.1 base damage against E3. He's going to damage E3, which means he's going to do 50% damage. So CE3, 41 slash damage, and it's going to do 50% damage, and that is the report. Alright, so which space are you going to move to? It is now your action, by the way, Yin. I evade shoot, okay. It is your time to attack, by the way. Oh yeah, it is your time to do light swing, by the way, Tomix. So roll 3 to 6. Okay, rolls a 6. Nice to see. That's going to be 8.6 base damage. And I'm assuming. And who are you going to attack, by the way? Kraken again. Okay, against E1. There's your report. Uses. Alright, so you're going to use evade shot, right? I'm assuming you previously stated this, so I'm going to put it in as though you were using it. You are now going to use evade shot, so you can now move 2 spaces. Also, since you load projectile, you may move 1 space in terms of 60 degrees. So don't forget to move your 1 space in terms of 60 degrees if you want, by the way, Tomix. You can move on finish on loading projectile. MUS, okay. And now you use this, so now you can move an additional 2 spaces on a 60 degree or 120 degree head. You okay? Is S4? Oh, you mean S4? Straight. Yeah, it's because you are ULUS. Up queer. Let's go. The wrong one. That's literally the wrong one. I meant to say 83925. So by the way, it is Florence action, by the way. So Florence action. Also, I think Geoff, you can move. You were allowed to move your 1 space, by the way. So I'm assuming you're moving up. I mean, there's no attacks to where you are. You're going to move down once. Alright. Okay. E3 attacks. Geoff may clash. No, they are not. If I don't put it up there, that means they aren't there. That attack has ended. The attack down here is... Wait, am I stupid? I am stupid. No, it is actually still. He just missed. Because this is the point where he attacked. He just finished his action here. That's what it was. I actually misread myself. He just attacked and he missed. So, you are here. Wait, am I stupid? I am stupid. No, he should be attacking cannon. Wait, I'm dumb. Right, he is attacking cannon. I'm dumb. Okay. So, attacks. I didn't realize I actually messed that up. And he rolled a 7, which is going to be 40. Roll the pierce damage. There we go. And target is pushed 1 space away. And now A5 is going to F the L. And now Geoff rolls, Geoff can now roll 4 to 5. Also, you are now, Geoff, you are eligible for a dual action with your Saw Blade, if you so choose. Rolls a 5, nice, nice, nice. I'm assuming you're attacking E1, the main body. If you are not, then you may choose to say so. And also, Geoff, if you want to use your other weapon, you can right now. You are eligible to use your other weapon. So if you want to use your other weapon, you can. Otherwise, we will just continue. You're going to use Orbital Shred on E1. Which means you are now going to attack, rolling 2 to 4, by the way. To the 4, yes. That is your attack roll. 18 base. With 100% power boost, so 18 dash with power 200%. Oh, actually, you could have re-rolled that, but oopsies. I already put the damage in, so my bad. M, A5, A4, M, and DS. It is now Florence action, and gift action not yet. M, A2, M, DR. Alright, it is now Florence action. Oh wait, no. Geoff, you are going to have to roll 5 to 8. You are going to have to evade now. So, roll 5 to 8 for your evade against back hit. No, not you. I meant Tomix. Did I say Frost? You have to roll 5 to 8. You have to roll 5 to 8 for your evade. and he rolls a 5. So roll 5 to 8. 5 equals 5 evaded. So you are clear. He misses. Alright. E3 uses, and E3 and E1M is going to move you up. No stagger regen. I must have forgotten. Have your heal rate. I must have forgotten 4-second heal rate. There you go. Dodge joke. Cool. So he's now going to move here. And now, Girk, you now roll 5 to 8 for your attack. It is time for you to attack. You may pick any target to attack as per usual. I'm assuming you're going to do one, but you can change. A3 attacks. Yeah, I know. I didn't read that clearly at first. I didn't realize you were referencing in the game. So roll 5 to 8, even though it does actually matter. So roll 5 to 8. Or 3 to 8, I mean. I don't know why I said 5 to 8. So Tomix roll 3 to 8. Also, G-off, it is now your action. If you want to move, you're going to have to wait till the end of your action times. Rolls a 3. Attack fails, but you can re-roll. Wait, what? No! That's impossible. That's crazy. Okay, so you're down to 3 pebbles and 1 heavy pebble. That's insane. What? That's crazy. Okay. It is now time for face US and use forward slash. Okay, that is going to be at... That's going to be at a later point, because this is currently your other action, but yes. I will climb that up for you then. So you're going to face US, and then use forward slash. Saw Blade will still be active, so you will get your minus 0.3 second active time. Alright, Fluence, by the way, it is your action, so whatever you want to do, Fluence, it is your action. Upheaval! Alright. By the way, I have to put down the uppercut range, and that's going to be right here. Okay. Ready stance with mace? Oh yeah, you want to use ready stance? Do you want to use ready stance? I mean, it is your act. You can do a dual action if you want to, but you are putting it away. Okay, okay, Yin, I have to... Okay, hold up, Yin. Hold on, Yin. Yin, you realize something, right? Do you realize, Yin? Like, do you realize? 4 to 7, plus 1 clash token. And he has minus 1 clash token. If you clashed, you could... Like, the only thing you lost clash on was an 8 to 7, 10. Because you were not intended to win that. That's why, like, you have a effective 5 to 8 roller. Why are you scared? You're afraid of every single attack that exists under the sun. And let me tell you something, Yin. This entire fight is about clashing. You running away and making sure you don't clash is why this fight is taking long. You've never evaded before, Yin. I don't know why this is like a sudden thing. But let me tell you something. This fight requires you to clash. And by evading every single attack... and, like, evading is fine. Because this fight is a flow I can do, so... This fight's taking long because you give it 400 health because you assume we would dual wield and read every text box. I mean, I assume that I played it as I assumed you guys were going to use every attack you had. And every single attack, I used them at the earliest moment, and you guys were able to clash it. And it was fine. They're literally posted! Yin, they're literally posted! The numbers are literally posted right there. They are on the pages. You can click on them and read them. Oh, that's on you. Yes, we can keep going. But I just wanted to mention that, like, you shouldn't be canceling your upheaval. It was stated literally right here. E3 uses. E3 uses, and it's a rolling 5 to 7. But he has -1 clash token and -2 clash token against other targets, and his main target is Cannon, which means he has -3 clash tokens, making his effective roll 2 to 4. Meaning you guaranteed win because you're 2 to 4 versus 5 to 7. You guaranteed win that. 2 to 7, 2 to 4 versus 5 to 8. I just wanted to explain that because I wanted to make sure you understood. Also, are you actually going to? Because you can. Alright. Alright, well you can move now, so you can move for your backup. You can pick an area to move. And if you want to use ready stance, you can, but your ready stance doesn't move, so it's your choice if you want to like, do anything on your event, or if you just want to wait so you can move again. Ready stance, please, okay? You're going to use thrust after. Did you move, I'm assuming you're moving back. A4 and US. Okay. So you're going to use it and cancel it. Got it. Okay. And let's see, okay, E1 is going to use... E1 is just going to wait right now. E1 is going to... Actually, no, E1 is going to use back attack again. E1's going to use it at this position right here. Okay, so Shred is active, by the way. So I forgot to mention that Shred is actually active right now. So this has been shortened. I'm stupid, so I forgot to apply these. This has been shortened. I'm dumb. This has been shortened. And now Kenneth is going to use Puncture. Projectile, move upright, face upright. I will not free move you because it's an on-finish move, so I don't want to accidentally mistake that you're in the area when you're not. It's on-finish move. A3 uses, and that's going to be a 0.8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And you consume half stamina on that, so SP A3 only minus 5 on that. Okay, minus 1 will save. And now it is time for the next part. Okay, so left arm is attacking now, and no one is in range, so E2 misses. And now R is attacking. Florence may counter the clash because she did move up, didn't she? Did she not? No, she didn't move up. Wait. you moved back, right, Florence? So you can't flash it because you're out of range right now. Wait, no, you are in range. You are in range. The space is in range. So you can choose to counter the clash if you want, Florence. In which case you will roll 3 to 6. Or 4 to 6. So you're not gonna clash then? Are you gonna attack E1 with 4 to 6? Kenneth is currently gonna take an unopposed attack right now. So you can clash to stop him from being hit. So you're gonna go unopposed, or you're gonna take the clash? Okay, you're gonna take the clash. Alright, roll 3 to 6. And he rolls 5 to 7. Okay. And that's going to be 4, 1, 5, negative 3, 4, 1, 3, 0, clash win. A 4 against E3. In 2 clash instances. Geoff, you will now move 1 space forward, I'm assuming, Geoff, and then attacking, I'm assuming. Just want to make sure that I'm clear on that. Okay. A2, US, and now you have +2, you have +1 max roll, and you have +1 min roll, so roll 5 to 6. Roll 5 to 6, and you have reuse if you have a reroll if you roll minimum. So reroll Geoff because you roll minimum. Alright, and that is going to be 3.4 base damage plus 100% power. I'm assuming you're attacking E1. If you want to change that, let me know. Attack E1. Alright. You can dual action with your baton now, by the way. If you want to dual action with your baton. Meanwhile, Florence is going to attack with the 3 final roll with minus 50% power because she is 1 space away. All spaces are cleared now. Use Battle Revenge. And that is going to be 50 base damage against E3. With 50% power because of the distance and 80% attack. L1 is not going to do anything at the moment. And MUR, FUR, thank you for reminding me. MA3, I was going to go look for it, but yeah. Okay, and it is now, if you want to do a dual action, you can, by the way. Actually, you could have done it all the way back here and left it up, circle swing. You could have also put it back further too, by the way, if you want to put it anywhere further back within that red area. Because theoretically, you are allowed to do that. Because it is legal. It's an instant attack time. Yep. Well, it's within another weapon action. So it would have had to be within that after the ready stance. Unless you kept ready stance up, you can technically keep ready stance up and then do this. So this is legal. You can do this. It is not the weapon action means the same weapon. So when it says action, this means any action. Weapon action. So you can do ready stance, hold ready stance until this point. Ready stance. Hold 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, so you are going to do your first attack, rolling 3 to 4. You can re-roll now. And that's going to be 63 base damage. Which spot are you going to attack? Are you going to attack E1 first? Left arm, okay. So, CE2 for 63, and that's going to be blunt. And there is your damage right there. I did not do the 50% damage, but it's fine. I'll just go with it. You can do something with your slingshot now, by the way. Kenneth is now going to attack. Kenneth is using puncture. He gets +1 roll, rolling a 4. That is going to be 62 base damage on E3. Yes, it does. E2, damage you deal to the arms is also dealt to the body. E3, 62 pierce damage, and 10-50%, and that is the analysis there. Damage that you deal to the arms is also dealt to the body. And now Geoff, you can roll. Nope, there was not. I mean, you have minus 50% damage if you attack unopposed, but that's it. Also, it is now your time to attack Frost, rolling 5 to 6. Reroll because of MOSB. Nice 6 right there, maximum roll. And that is going to be 70 base damage. I'm assuming you're still attacking E1 unless you want to change that. There we go. CE1 is 70 damage. And that is your analysis. You have he is at 80% health now. I think I'll prepare to shoot whenever you have some time. Okay. I'm gonna shoot. I'm assuming you've loaded up a heavy. I didn't ask before, but I'm assuming you're loading up heavy. Not at this point in the fight. He does have stagger damage. Alright, he is now using Spark Crusher. And he's going to use it from this position here. Alright, it is now Florence's action. We're going to back up. And Kenneth is... No, they are going to get pushed to the red marker spaces. So all of those red markers is where you get pushed to. You get pushed to one of those. Well, it's in or adjacent to the spacers. It's specifically because it's in or adjacent is why. Also, it is now G-off action, so G-off you can do anything with both your saw blade and your bat are eligible. Offset bat and rev up. Alright, so Florence, you can now pick where you are moving. Also, you are now attacking a second time, Tomix, so you can attack either E3 or E1. So, E1. And that is your damage report. He is knocked at 80% health. It is now, you can now use your slingshot. So you can now pick E1, E2, or E3. E1. Rolling 4 to 11. Alright, and you are using the, I'm assuming you're still using the Heavy Pebble for +4 formula base. Oh yeah, it is 5 to 11, you're right. Yep. Heavy Pebble. I'm gonna make you attack E3, by the way. You're attacking E3. And that is your damage report. Because he is currently at 80% health. And we need to do damage to the arms. I was hoping you guys would focus the arms more. Personally. So... But it's because you guys didn't clash. Because when I did the beta test, I only attacked the body except for during clashes. And I was able to meet the threshold. So, I was kind of surprised when you guys did it. Also, by the way, Geoff, you can now move with your offset bat, and then you can do an action with your saw blade if you so choose. Florence, it is now your action, by the way. I think you moved up. I don't know why you didn't move up. It's because I moved the wrong person, that's why. You can use 10 eyes for your saw blade. Also, you can pick where you move, by the way, Geoff. You can pick which space you're moving to. MDL. Also, you can now attack, by the way, Frost, rolling 4 to 5. You can now re-roll, by the way. And you are now going to attack E3. No. Yeah. No, yeah, you can attack the arms. You can freely attack the arms if you wish. Okay. Yeah, I could probably post the stuff that you're gonna get at the beginning of the fight before. That would be fair. It is your action, by the way. Also, I will real quick. ZE2 minus current health by 30, ZE3 minus current health by 30. Because I originally had negative 5 health rate on them. But I removed it thinking that you guys did so much damage that it wouldn't be an issue. But oh, forward ready stance for a bit for my action. Okay, so you're gonna use ready stance now. Because right now this is your current time frame. So, are you going to use ready stance, Tomix? Because that is going to be like your... Ready stance for a bit, okay. Alright. E2 and E3 attacks. No projectile. Alright, and A5 will flash. Seven, 1, 5, and negative 1, 7, 3, 6, 2, 5, 1, 4, 0. Dash, win. A5 against E2 plus E3 after 4 cash instances. Alright. Kenneth will now attack. Yin, whenever you want to move back into the area, it is now clear. That's 30% power. We're gonna move down 1 frame. I move down frame 1. Okay. I see. So move A4 and S. And now Ripper is going to attack with 4. That's going to be 41 base damage on E2. We're going to use Thrust. Alright, well first, we're going to see the 41. So CE2 41 slash damage with 2. Oh no, wait, hold up. Heavy Pebble. So 4 Fragile and 130% power. That is going to be a pretty solid amount of damage, and there we go. Alright. New passive unlocked, which I must admit I should have revealed sooner, but my bad. I was assuming that you guys would naturally go for what the passives encourage, the passives you did have available encourage you to use. But oh well, it is fine. We got through it in the end. I should have, yeah, but I assumed it'd be fine. Not yet. The next part is not yet. It is after. Yeah, let me do that real quick, actually, yeah. I won't pin all of them now because we won't get to all of them today. I knew we weren't going to get to everything today. I intentionally. Yes! I am not kidding. Yes. Because after that, they reach the next damage threshold to do the next mandatory attack, and then they killed them. I'm not kidding, Tomix. I will send you the screenshots of the timelines. I saved all the timelines. It was cruelty. It was animal cruelty. It was animal cruelty, I'm telling you. Alright, so all of you guys are staggered. It shouldn't say 2.0 seconds. I actually wrote the wrong thing. I should have reverted that. Pretend I reverted that because I was supposed to revert it. This was like a shower thought that I was supposed to revert. Oh, it's because I'm using the wrong Kraken kit. That's why it's the wrong one. Oh, hold up. I was reading the wrong Kraken. I might have, hold up. I think everything else was correct. I was on the wrong Kraken page. I saved the old one in case my changes were going to be bad and I had to revert them. So I had 2 pages. I have 2 pages and I clicked the wrong one. That was only for Spark Fury, I think. I believe it was only for Spark Fury. Anyways, everyone is staggered for maximum duration right now. Yes, you can. You are currently using thrust right now. You can change it though, yeah. Do you want to change to a sprint and then dash? You want to change to a sprint then and then use upheaval? Alright. Alright, Yin, you are now going to dash. Roll for the 7. Roll 4 to 7. Alright. 5, 18 versus 15, negative 1. 5, 17, 13. 5, 16, 12. 5, 15, 11. 5, 13, 10. 5, 12, 9. Okay, that's, I will win rate you in that case, Cross. Don't worry. Do what you need to do. Oh, okay. 5, 9, 6. 5, 8. 5, 5, 7. 4, 5, 6. 3, 5, 5, 2, 5, 4, 1, 5, 3, 0. Dash, win. After 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 Dash instances. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. And after that, you will be staggered for 0.6 seconds. Not yet. He is currently staggered. He is currently flashing and staggered now. Alright, everyone. It is now your actions. Get ready stance. Alright. I'm gonna win rate G off, so I'm gonna win rate G off for him. Alright. E1 A2 users. Alright, and you're going to know the projectile. You only have regular pebbles left right now. Also, do take note that after 0.5 seconds of him using Flash, he will trigger Rockfall. So be aware of that. Alright, and Kenneth is going to use Shred, by the way. So Kenneth uses Shred, so everyone gets a buff. He is using it after your current action, so your next attack to have this. Alright. You're gonna do Circle Swing. So instantaneous Circle Swing with a +1 min roll. Alright. And first of all, Geoff is going to roll 4 to 5 with a reroll. Rolls a 4, that's okay. He's going to do 50 base damage. So CE1, 50 blunt damage. Yeah, just 4 for both rolls. So your first attack, who are you attacking first? You have 4 rolls. E3. So you are going to do 63 blunt damage with a with the 50% damage. And this one doesn't have the power boost because you're going to get your power boost in your next attack. So there we go. Fragile expired by now. Fragile would have expired by now. Your last Fragile infection was like way back here. Fragile, boo! Alright, and now Geoff is going to use Falling Slash. Actually, hold on. He would not use Falling Slash. I take that back. He would not be using Falling Slash. Instead, he uses Orbital Shred. And you will use it at this point. So he is now going to roll a 3 to 4, and he rolls a 4. Doing 22 base damage with plus 20% power on E3. That's going to be 22. Slash damage with power that is going to be equal to 220% damage 50. Alright. And now Kenneth is now going to use Puncture. Actually, will he use Puncture? He will. Yes, he will use Puncture. And now it is time for your. You can now use your Slingshot, and you can also do your second attack. So you're also going to roll 4 on that, and you can pick E1 or E3. You wait for the rocks. Okay. Well, you just loaded up a rock, so you can just shoot your rock right now. That's what the node does. You have a rock loaded. Okay, fair enough, yeah. Alright. Well, now you will use Circle Swing again. E2. Okay, so C, and you're going to do 63 blunt on E2 with 50% damage. Hold up. Oh, I was wondering where that damage went. I was like, hold up, that doesn't seem right. And I know why it doesn't seem right. I did that E1. But then I did. Okay. CE, I'm gonna do E2. If I make mistakes, I make mistakes. There you go. Let's assume that it happened the first time. Alright. Geoff will now use Offset Bat. And it is now time for Kenneth to use Puncture, rolling 4 to 6. Minimum rolls, but still does 47. Against E1, 47 pierce damage with 140% power. And now Rockfall has been triggered. Against all units, Rockfall has been triggered. Also, Florence also gets to do the 4 roll. Was it 5 roll upheaval? I completely forgot about upheaval. I just stepped back and I was like, oh, there's an upheaval. And that's going to do 85 damage. On E1, 85 slash damage. That was the wrong number. 85 slash damage. Not much. Just some damage. And now it's time for Rockfall. Everyone is going to be Rockfall is going to happen on all enemies, on all allies. So PA2, PA3, PA4, PA5, and PE1. Okay, so Rockfall is going to roll, and now we're going to go around everybody. So against Geoff, rolling 2 to 6, 6, that's going to be 22 base damage. So C, A2, 22 base damage with minus 75% power because he's using an evade, and 100 armor penetration. That's how much damage A2 took. You can now evade if you want, by the way, Tomix. If you're gonna plan on doing your evade shot. Are you gonna do evade shot, or are you just gonna take it? Evade shot, okay. Next movement, I poke. Yeah, as soon as he recovers from staggered, yep. You'll be fine. 6, 5. So roll 3 to 8 Tomix. And 6 is greater than 5, you evade past it. Now Florence, rolling 3 to 6, is going to roll 2, which is going to be 1.8 damage against Florence. So C, A3, 18 damage and none, and it does 100% armor penetration. So there is your... I just damaged Gareth. Oh my goodness, I'm awful. C, A4, 18, no, you're perfectly fine. I hit the wrong person. That is how much damage Florence is taking. And now Kenneth Missionai. Three, that's going to be 2 damage. Nope, 1.9. So C, A5, 19 damage. Nunt, AP 100. Okay, and that's 70% power against Kraken. CE1, 21 down damage with 100% AP and 170 power. There you go. And now, Geoff can now roll 4 to 5. Real quick, he will now roll 4 to 5. I don't know if Geoff is still here. If he's not, just roll for him. Yeah, 4 to 5 for offset that. I made you do offset that. I also decided that you were going to... I basically just like, I didn't actually read you because you weren't doing it. That's the wrong person. Actually, A4 moved L because you guys are all getting moved back a space. So actually, no, I just realized they made me roll for nothing because you're getting pushed back. A3 is getting pushed to L. MA3, ML, MA5, MUR, MA3. When they landed, they pushed you. They are taking up the same space. They're just going to naturally push you out. Because it pushes away from Kraken. Alright, well you can still move. You're still able to move. You could have actually moved out. I didn't ask you where to move. So if you want to move Tomix, you can still move 2 spaces from that original spot. I didn't actually ask where you wanted to move. Because you could have always moved out of there. USUR? USUR, okay, so A3 MUSUR. Yes! It is now phase 2. It seems that the flame within you has ignited again, Florence. I must admit, I'm mighty impressed. A soldier's blood runs through you still. A blood which urges you onward, to slaughter and glory. Come on, swing that halberd and show your last dying breath. It's a soldier's duty to die fighting their empire, for their empire. After all. And I hope you stay true to that purpose, Florence. It would be a waste for you to waste lives by your cowardice as you did once before in history. Yeah, but you wouldn't remember that, would you? Dusting off one of his shoulder blades, the embossed H7 emblem. Brightening with a shine as the dirt of the war is flicked away. No, you wouldn't have known at all. Oh wait, I wrote that wrong. No, you wouldn't have known at all. Getting your golden ticket out by failing the most elementary task. And even if you did, how much sympathy would you have? Even if we weren't some pack of dirty rats in Municipal Bridge, the H7 Royal Army has too many faces to roll out. Yet, Harkpanena, a fine ingenious sergeant, this war could possibly be great. He pulls himself back to his feet. We all freeze for a moment as a menacing statue returns, a faithful menace, eroded into murderous wrath. He died the same day, Florence. That same day, right there at the midday tent. As we all start to shake from most unpetrified fear, Vauuzhur's gaze remained locked in on Florence. His tense stance is evident despite the impenetrable armor as the pineapple plate of the Kraken drop Guardians begin to slowly part. These strike blood spilt, revealing those same harpoons that fire the thorns back in mixed west arm of the Citadel. You only think to save lives! Only add, never subtract. But had you simply spilt blood, sharply points one of those gauntlets, and a shaking fluids. Had you simply spilt blood, a life would have been saved, Thorns. Inhalation. Oh, natural exhalation. I guess you guys, this is supposed to be. Hold up. Pretend it's fine. Playtime's over, Florence. Keep playing soldier for me. Lie down and die next. Now we're on phase 2. Here's some information. Here are the limestones, which are the greenish ones. Quarry stones you haven't seen, so those will not be released. Urchin rock debris are the spiky ones. So there's your urchin rock debris. And then we have the border, which is the big circular one. If you guys would like to continue phase 3, it shouldn't be as phase 2 shouldn't be that long. Oh, right, I actually forgot about that. I'm stupid. Thank you. I don't know why I missed that. I'm dumb. That is my bad. Ian. I actually completely forgot. Black smoke exudes out of Florence's back. Her halberd looks to be cracking from the sheer force she strikes Kraken with. Silent as she may be now, something bubbles beneath the surface. Flame, destructive to all, including itself, is burning from within. No hope is to be found within this self-destructing fire, but who is there to quell such a flame? Alright. Phase 2 will not be as long for us. Anyways, it is now. So you now have a bunch of boulders in the area. Kraken has also moved. E1, M, D, R. So he is now over here. Actually, he should be down 1, 2. He is completely cleared. Urchin rocks are these spiky boys. They are spiky. They have spikes. And yes, you can push them into people. Hold on, I'm gonna move. That's the, okay, hold up. I'm gonna pretend, okay, so I'm gonna just switch that one, so now it's the Ironite one. I messed up, and I realized that I put it at the center of E1, so move 06 M DR. So that's my bad. So that one, I'll move it down. That one is there. That's what it should be, because it was in the center, and it shouldn't be in the center. If you want to know what the Ironite ones are, they are the ones that Tomix belovedly names Hepatitis rocks. Alright, so there you go. You can push the rocks. So I will read the passive to you. When this unit is pushed, it is moved in additional space. So when you push it 2 spaces. If the unit is pushed into another unit's space, deal 1 damage to the debris takes 1 damage, and it attacks another unit with a droppable pebble. So the pebble that is next to it, that ammo, is how much damage it does. It does that attack with a push weight +3 roll. Upon taking any form of damage, this unit loses 1.0 health, When this unit is destroyed, a unit adjacent may gain the pebble ammo. So you can, whenever you walk into the rock, you will push it 2 spaces. Fluence can do upheaval, and upheaval will also push the rock away. So Fluence can also do upheaval to push rocks around. Kraken can also push rocks around. So be wary of Kraken being able to push rocks around. Because if he moves into the rock space, he can push. Yes, you can do that. The border does have 10 weight. You cannot push the border, by the way. No one can push the border besides Kraken. So just note that the border, which is the big circle, no one can push. But all the other ones can be pushed. So that is the one that you cannot push. Only Kraken can push that one. So be wary of that. Greedy. Alright, well, he is now going to attack. Let's get phase 2 done as quick as possible. Let's see. He is going to use... E2 uses this. And it's going to make him rotate. There we go. And that is all he is going to do for now. Oh no, he is going to also use... He also uses Iron Fist. Alright. It is now Geoff's action. Geoff's action and Garrick is coming up. Garrick is going to use Circle Swing. Are you going to use Circle Swing now? Okay. Oh wait, you're using it with another weapon action. You're right. That's fine. So you do get your bonuses. 1, 2, 3. No, it does work. Another weapon action still works. It doesn't specify besides Circle Swing, so it does actually. You are correct. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right? Hold up. 4. There we go. Also rev up. You already revved up a bit though, but yeah, you can rev up again. It should be 22 squares in total, yeah. Yeah, it is 22 squares. Wait, yep, 22 squares. Wait, that's not 22 squares in total. Oh, that is not. Yes, you're correct. I am very bad at math. How did I even? Yeah, I added 5 exactly. I somehow added an extra 5. I don't know where that came from. Alright, it is now Fluent's action. And Panic, by the way, is going to move with his base and Tomix is going to kill all the rocks around him. Well, not all of them. He's not going to kill all of them instantly, but he's going to break a couple of those rocks around him. Some of them will still have a tiny bit of health left. MD yes, I guess. Okay. I have H-shot the rock with the most health. Okay. Ooh, 5. Let's read what 5 does, because I think 5 does have a special effect. There's a 25% chance to hit a random adjacent tile. So that's going to be if you roll a 1 on this 1 to 4. Okay, you know what? We'll go with yours. We'll go with yours. We'll go with yours. Okay. So you are going to attack the Ironite. So the Ironite is going to lose some health. So let's just make sure. So Ironite is going from 3 health down to 2 health right now. Okay. Now, Geoff, you use Rev Up, so Geoff, you can move any space, and then with, and then you're going to move an additional space as well. Kraken is going to move, DR, and then face DS, by the way. Wait, M1, MDR. So he is now over here. Yes, I skipped a couple things. So you have +1 pebble, yeah, you have +1 pebble. So that's 03. So move 03, go 00, that one is gone. That is the first one you hit at this point. Then you hit Ironite is gonna get 1 and the Urchin is gonna get 1. So just know that the Urchin is at 1 and the Ironite is at 1. What? Okay. I'm back. I load the limestone projectile. Okay. This guy, by the way, just completely misses. He doesn't get anything. And Florence is now going to move, so M, A5, M, DR, DS. That was the wrong guy. I meant to say M for M, DR, DS. M, A5, M, was DR, DS, yeah, yes, yes, there you go. And M, A5, facing DS. Face. Iron... Where is it? Iron Fist is still up, but the range is over here, so no one's gonna hit it. That's the range for Iron Fist. Anyways, L is now going to do another attack. Actually, L is not going to do any attack. Kraken is going to do a turn. He's going to turn. Okay, okay. Okay, wait, hold up. Hold up. Oh, cool. Okay, good to know, good to know. I learned something. Okay, cool. Okay, now it is Florence's action and Kenneth's action. Kenneth is going to use... Also, he is like... No, he's like facing like weirdly not at you. A5, also, by the way, Frost, I forgot to mention, you can move, by the way. So you have the 1 space in any direction from your rev up, and then you can do your offset that in any direction. So I didn't ask you where you want to move, but that was basically just now. So you can move any space, and then you can move with offset that. I think you did, yes, but I also mentioned that, yes, you can move MDR, but you can also move an additional space. So, with rev-up, if you want to move an additional space. That's why. I don't know if you want to move an additional space or not. By the way, Florence and Kenneth actions. Kenneth is doing his action, so now Florence action, by the way. Hi. Hello. Forward slash and move up US. So M, A2, and rest. You're going to do forward slash. Down twice, I think, then. Moving to USA. Oh my goodness. Okay. You're going to do down twice. Oh yeah, I don't think you... Did you ever do your damage here? Am I stupid? Oh yeah, you didn't roll your 4 to 5, by the way, Frost. So now you can roll 4 to 5 on offset. And you can attack either the limestone, E1, E2, or E3. So you can pick. Nice, 5 rolling. So whoever you want to attack. You can attack the limestone, E1, E2, or E3. You will break the limestone. You'll just break it. So you can pick there. At phase 2 of fight, is there any damage reduction on Kraken's weapons? There still is, yeah. That is still there, but his health is now uncapped. His health is now uncapped. There is no cap to the amount of health damage he can take. You can if you'd like to. Can break the arms, but yes. And there's some fragile in there somehow, I think. Something that there. Yes, there is still fragile. There is still 2 fragile. There should actually be 3 fragile. I thought it was 2. Yes, Kenneth can move. If you'd like him to move, he will do so. He will do as you command. Not now though, because he already has an attack lined up. But he can do it later. Anyways, it is now time for Kraken to do an action. He is now, E1 is going to face UL. Oh wow, that's crazy. Okay, what is he gonna do? He is going to use... I'm trying to paste the image in my scratch thing. Alright, E2 uses this, by the way. Actually, will E2... No, E3 uses this. This is what E3 uses. go. So he is now using Maw. And L is going to use... his left arm is going to use Iron Fist as well. E2 uses. Alright. I've not been managing his stamina properly. It's really hard to manage stamina when there's so much else to manage. It is now Tomix action, Geoff action, Garrick action is now. Soko swing the last 2 rocks. Okay, there we go. And Kenneth is going to use uppercut weapon attack. Going to be a 2 to 5 roller. That's going to roll a 4. That's going to be 51, and he is going to attack slash on E3. So C, E1, 51 base damage. That is going to be slash with 50% damage, but 120% damage anyway, so yes, she gets the 7% from Fragile, and that is going to be pretty much it for this attack. He's just going to do that on E3, not E1. E3, 51 slash with damage 7%, and that is your outlook right there. With Dawn's move already, she is now going to move at this exact moment. Oh, that might... Whoa, what is wrong with my headset? Sometimes it does this. Okay. That is the... I keep on moving the wrong person. M5 and US West. I keep on thinking A5 is Florence. Depends on if he wants to attack you. Geoff can clash. Geoff can clash in 0.1 seconds with his action now. Geoff can clash with his attack. So he's attacking, and... So yeah, actually, you know what? Geoff is attacking. Kraken chooses to clash. Kraken chooses to clash Geoff. So, Geoff will now have to roll a... Gets +2 max roll. So he rolls a 4 to 7. So Geoff rolls 4 to 7, and over here it's a 5 to 6 on Kraken, 5 to 8 on Kraken. I mean, so you roll 4 to 7. You can reroll. You can reroll. MOSB. You will now reroll. Yes, you can reroll because whenever you min roll, you can reroll again. Whenever you min roll for the first time, you reroll. Yes, yes, exactly. Same thing as you've always been doing, yep. 4 again, rest in peace. So, 4 versus a 6, but you have +1 cash token. 4, 5, 3, 4, 2, 3, clash ends prematurely. A3 versus E1. E2, I mean. E3, I mean, actually. So that is the clash ends prematurely. And both attacks will continue afterwards. But now that you have finished that clash, first of all, Florence action right now. You can also face Kraken if you want. Right now you're not. You can choose to face Kraken if you like. turn upheaval. Okay, so move A5, A4 to face DR, and you are going to use upheaval. Okay. Evade Sharp Pebble, FDR, MDRDR. So MA3, FDR, MDRDR. That should be legal. Like, you can pass through. Well, actually, no, because you did circle swing, so that one's actually dead. You're actually good move, because that should be dead, right? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Breaks here. This one will be broken, yeah. So then, yep. So those two will be broken then. So, which ones are these? 2 and 6. So, you now have an Urchin Pebble and you have a Ironite Pebble. So that is one of your pebbles that you have, and this is another one of your pebbles that you have. You have pebbles! Oh my goodness! Alright. Now, so you are now going to do your evasive shot. Special kind of slinger ammo. Kind of, yeah. Alright. Well, now it is time for Geoff to attack, except we now have Iron Fist. Kraken will now be using Iron Fist. Iron Fist, upon clash leaves with another Kraken Jaw, allows him to clash again. So with your two remaining roll, he is now going to roll. Oh my goodness, go away. Rolling a 3 to 4. And that is going to be 2, 3, 1, 2, 0, 1. Clash lose, but the target's action continues with one roll. But A3, A2 continues with one roll. So you will still continue your clash, even though you will re-clash again by this attack. So there we go. And that is going to now put him into his active point on this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There you go. And first of all, Ma is going to attack you with 3 remaining roll, doing 0.5 base damage. So 0.5 base damage on A2, and that's going to be, so 5, and that's going to be slash, and it's going to inflict 2 bleed. So now you have 2 bleed, which you actually just spent right now. So that's actually going to be Z A2 minus current health by 3, and because you were infected with bleed, and here is what bleed does. This is what bleed does. And on hit by Kraken, there is now an effect tenderized, which you have been inflicted with. And you have gained 1 stack of tenderized. So Geoff is at 1 stack of tenderized. It is now Kenneth action. Kenneth will be using fading, the fade attack. Will he be using fading attack? Yes. No, he will not be using fading attack. He will just move. He is going to move DRDS. Also, Geoff, you can do something with your baton, by the way. During the clash periods, you are allowed to use your baton for something. So if you wanted to use that or anything else, you are eligible during that time period. Besides that, Iron Fist will attack. Iron Fist will attack you with 3 roll. 3 times 1.7 minus 4.5. That's going to be 0.6 damage. So C A2 6 blunt damage. and that's going to be 0.1. So this is the report on these two. But then you're going to now, Geoff is now at 2 stacks of tenderized and has taken 0.1 damage. So ZA2 minus current health by 1. So now you are at 2 stacks of tenderized. Geoff is now at 2 stacks of tenderized at this point in time. And it is now, so Geoff, if you want to do anything with your baton, you can. Other than that, we will continue. So, just baton, yes. Because while you're clashing, you can use your baton. So if you want to use your baton for anything, you can. No, you cannot, Tomix. It is a single shot slingshot. I'm sorry. It is a single shot weapon. Also, how much durability have you used? It's not gonna break. It's gonna break by the end of this fight for sure. Are you gonna use that on your baton? Or like... That's what I meant, like, what action you do. Yeah. That? Okay. Alright. E3 uses. Also, you have 1 remaining roll on your main attack. I forgot to actually mention that you still get to hit with Following Slash against E2 now. So E2 uses this. So that is going to be 1.4 base damage. So C, E2, 14 slash damage with 200% power and 20% fragile, and that is your damage report from Falling Slash. There we go. And now, so E3, not E1, E3 uses Slaughter. Actually, minus 0.2. What are these guys at? 18? 19. Okay, cool. Alright. It is now time, Tomix, for you to attack. So who will you attack with the Pebble? I believe you have Pebble loaded, because it was before you gained the other rocks. So, E3, okay. Roll your 4 to 11. Or 3 to 8, actually. I mean, my 3 to 8. I'm stupid. It's 3 to 8 anyways. 3 to 8, you rolled a 5, so roll 1 to 4, chance to miss. You do not miss. And you are going to attack with the regular Pebble. So regular Pebble attack is going to have 2.5 base and inflict 1 fragile, resetting the fragile infliction point all the way so that now your fragile inflection will actually be 1 because the last fragile expired. So you're going to do 2.5 from your base, so C, E3, 25, and it's going to be 1 damage against E3 with 50% damage, but the outcome fragile is 4. So that's going to be a damage report, 0.7. Still has 2% of health, so not bad. Tearing Mel's arms apart. Where are the arm healths right now? Upswing. We're going to do upswing now, okay. Also, Geoff, you can now roll 5 to 6 for your bat attack. Reroll because of MOSB. Florence, you can now do a P-roll for rolling 4 to 7, Florence. 5 on bat. So Bat is going to do 6.0 damage. Florence rolled a 6. Nice stuff. And that's going to be an unopposed attack, so good things right there. Yin, pick your target. Frost, pick your target. Just so I make sure I'm not getting the wrong target for you guys. Yes. Okay, so both of you guys are gonna hit E3. So C. So first of all, G off C, E1. And there is now 1 fragile on the enemy. So C, E1. And you're going to do 60 blunt with 60% damage. And that is your damage report on E1. It is now below 50% health, which means that now plus 0.1 seconds active time for all things the Kraken does. So you have now gotten it below the 50% threshold for that. And E1 99 from Florence, and it's going to be a slash attack with 60% damage. And that is your damage value there. 2.8, mostly because of your damage reduction there. I actually did it. Did I do it on E1? I did it on E1. That is my bad. Okay, so I'm just gonna... whatever. E3, 60, blunt, D, 60, I don't care. This actually makes the fight go a bit faster for this part, so it's all good. I don't mind. If I accidentally make mistakes. Wait, what? Okay, so maybe I went a bit too quick on that. Alright guys, do you want to see? I think this is going to be the good stopping point in just a couple seconds. I didn't realize that we were this close. But there we go. I just saw the thing change, and I'm just like, hold up. What happened there? You never understand. I never understand how this game works. I made it, and I don't understand my own child. Alright. Well, because of that, it is now time for a bit of a difference to happen. Let's see. What? Can you bring it up? What? Okay. Cool. Okay. I was actually drinking water this time, by the way, so anyways, I'm gonna talk again. Okay, so, Kraken is now going to use, let me get it, I'm stupid, I'm lazy, I'm slow. Okay, boom, there we go, I am forgetting things. There we go, so Kraken is now using that. I do not know what I'm doing. What do you ever think I ever knew what I was doing? So he is now using that interrupted, which means that it's going to be occurring at this specific point right here, and it is going to have my 0.8 seconds ready time, so it is going to occur right here. And it is fixed target against Florence, by the way. Anyways, Kenneth is going to move, so move A5M, DR, DS, facing UL. Alright. Kraken is going to roll 7 to 10. Rolls a 7. And C A4. 17 pierce damage. And there is your damage report. And Florence is now pinned. Pinned. A barrage of attacks finally net us an advantage. Axe and mace swings. A battery of wrench attacks. The supportive prowess of that bladed guitar. Everything we got. It all poured in at once to create this moment. To keep Florence alive just a bit longer. She now tumbled back to the ground as Vauuzhur Kraken lost. I'm dumb. I'm dumb. I'm dumb. I'm very dumb. I am very, very dumb. I am very, very dumb. Do not worry about my stupidity. We were building an advantage. The bolts and welds, which bound those gauntlets together, were slowly easing off, weakening. And we could hear Kraken's breaths grow heavier as we deflected the barrage of attacks he wrought upon us. But what we're comparing these sites of weakness to? Ourselves? The craftsmanship of his gear was far superior than the makeshift weaponry Tethma threw at us. It wouldn't be outlandish to assume Kenneth's guitar could snap in half first, or have Fenris's shields shattered from fending off one too many blows. I wrote the wrong too, by the way. And though there were numerous aging dents speckled across Kraken's armor, they only proved its resilience to time and human aggression. Meanwhile, our blood was splattered across this floor. Our legs were ready to cave in and leave us immobilized, but the stress strangled our minds into a frenzy. And the vast difference in our glaring signs of fragility, the Kraken's indomitable might, was only further cemented as one of the gauntlets. Just as before, pointed directly at Florence, casting out a harpoon that sunk into her flesh and fished her right into the gauntlet's jaws. As before, Kraken raised his arm, holding Florence in his grasp as a trophy. And here you are in the maws of death again. I staved off your destined demise just a bit longer last time. But I won't be so keen on letting you away now. Blood only begins to flow down Florence's face as the gauntlet's teeth begin to sink in. Know this, as retribution for your ignorance and carelessness, murderer of Harkpanen's brother. Hold on 1 second. Sorry guys, dinner came. Tomix, are you back? Tomix, are you back? Tomix, art thou back? I'll wait for Tomix to get back before I continue the roleplay. Thou art not. Yeah, I'm waiting. I'm not. Yeah, I'm sorry. I just got called for dinner, so I had to really quickly grab it. That is my bad. Sorry, the immersion was lost once more. I hope that like me speaking at least alleviates, because I will admit, guys, we got through 12 seconds of combat in like 2.5 hours. Do you realize how fast the combat went today? Like the combat went super quick. Like 12.5 seconds in 2.5 hours is unprecedented speed. Like we were zooming through this. Like boom, 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 boom. Really good combat. Like this was actually a really like, I messed up a lot. I should have made things clearer. That was my bad. I'm still learning, and this was intentionally a more wordy fight because it is the end of the chapter. But like, and I'll try to like make things more. Like I do agree with Tomix's suggestion that if I post like everything you know beforehand in the chat like a week before, so you guys can come in and actually read and understand the gimmicks. And I should have probably put the 80% like at face value so you guys knew that he'd be limited. We have been doing it for 2.5 hours. We haven't been doing combat long. We are gonna easily get through the rest of this fight next week. Like no problem. We're good. Like Tomix was like, oh, we're gonna have to split into 3 sessions. We are good. Like I knew we were at a good pace. Like you can blame me for being stupid and being terrible at game design, but I actually knew how this fight was gonna get paced. I knew we were fine. I knew that this fight was not gonna be an issue. I knew that we were good on time. Because we splitting it into 2 sessions, like I have all the time in the world to make the fight go as long as it needs to. No problem. And I was right. I was right. We did this fight really quick. Like we probably, honestly, if we had the full 4 hours, if we started on time, and I'm not blaming you, Frost, because we were going to split this into 2 sessions anyways. Like, no problem with you, Frost. It was all good. Because we were going to split this in half no matter what. This is the split point, by the way. That's why I'm waiting for Tomix to come back. Because this is the split point where we're going to cut off the next session. Next session, we're going to finish the fight. Yeah. So, overall, really, like, you may not be proud of the fight, you may hate me for the fight, but I am really proud of how this fight went. For how quickly I had to make changes to this fight today. Today, I absolutely altered the fight. Like, I completely changed how the fight worked. And I didn't even get to play test some parts of it. And it's okay. Like, it's not the best fight in the world. But I think it's better than Maggots. Like, Maggots was cool. But the problem with Maggots was that it was just like beat up the arms. Is Tomix back? Alright. Not yet, Tomix. Not yet, Tomix. We're gonna continue. Had you not wasted yourself and the honor of this esteemed nation by committing treason against... Oh, had you just followed your orders! Then you would have been transferred to Section 45's medbay. That's what Harkpanena was. It was such a simple little wound. Every other medic was out fighting the real fight of the capital in the launch town. You turned your back on this nation. But at least I have a bit of honor. And I won't let criminals run free. Remember that in your dying breaths, beast. Kraken, even as he was one motion away from the long-awaited killing blow, remained bellowing hatred and accusation. This might be our only shot, having even a slim chance of Florence escaping here alive. Though Kraken pays no mind. Black smoke is billowing from Phyllis's body. Her clothes are visibly torn from the conflict in mere seconds. That'd be the least of our problems. And no matter how optimistic you try to be, just how could we escape such a situation? Thorns beyond reasoning, sits in wait at the beast as a beast in the guillotine. Acceptance has claimed her through now. Is it truly hopeless? Alright. So, would you guys like to stop now? Would you guys like to get to the end of the Florence grad period? Or would you try to... It's up to you guys where you guys want to put the stopping mark for next week. This is a nice stopping point before the fight. Okay. That's good. So, this is the stopping point. So Tomix, you didn't hear my lap session while we were waiting for you, but just keep in mind, 12 and a half seconds. 12 and a half seconds. We have been in this fight for 2.5 hours, and we got through 12 and a half seconds. This is the longest period any fight has gone on since, I guess, Jan's and Myroth. But I think this is longer than Jan's and Myroth, and in way less time. Like, this fight was zooming speed. We were really quick on this fight. I have tested it 3 times. 3 times I tested it, although I made final altercations and I removed Fenris before I could test it again. That is one of my biggest issues, was that I made a very big change without testing the fight again. And of course, I came in with knowledge that... And here's the thing. I didn't attack the arms unopposed. I almost exclusively attacked the body. But just because of clashing, I was able to, like, deal with the arms. But also Fenris. Like, Fenris happened. Because Fenris does so much stupid amounts of damage. It's like, if Fenris clashes an enemy, he does, like, 10 damage. Because he feels like it. It's stupid. He clashes an enemy, and then they just snap in half. And so removing Fenris definitely was a big issue. Yeah, it's also because he got +1 roll from the training dump. Anyways. Good stuff. Yes, we are done for today. I was just explaining how, like, 12 and a half seconds, Tomix, in 2.5 hours. Like, that is some of the fastest combat we've had, I think. Like, we booked through this fight. Like, and I'm still not done with the optimizations on the engine. The combat is gonna get faster. I'm going to add more improvements. Like, at some point, it's gonna be snappy fast. This is a good sign of how fast the combat can get. Oh, you're just putting down your next moves? Cool, cool, cool. But yeah. Both us and the system are getting better. Yeah. I mean, you guys are still lacking the literacy, but also I could do better on my part to make it more readable. I mean, I've been trying. That's why I made the new attacks cards, so that you guys could read. But then none of you guys read what unactive I finished did. I'll make a bolded otherwise. I will make bolded otherwise so that it's more legible. So by the way, I will say, I kind of expected you guys to notice that he was going to run. Like, I specifically made sure that Yin could clash that attack, because if she didn't, she would have been snapped in half. The way I did the combat in every single one of mine is I didn't even move. I just waited for Kraken to come towards me, and then I just did this is probably also part of the reason why I killed him so quickly, is because I literally just waited for this poor guy to walk his way over, and then I snapped his spine in half. Oh yeah, how is the story, guys? Do you guys like it if I, like, narrate and try and voice act? Because I speak a lot anyways, just by combat-wise. What? What? Yeah. I know. Because to be fair, like, actual D&D is, like, tabletop, and you're actually speaking it. Like, we've pretty much only done digital D&D, like with Hugo and then Blamo and then now me. Like we're used to the text only, but like regular tabletop D&D, you actually speak. And I'm trying to go back to that because I think it naturally hastens everything. It also allows me to pace your reading by being the actual reading guideline instead of just kind of waiting and hoping. Signing would obviously be for bosses, but I do want to know if you prefer more scripted stories with some RP in there also. Oh yeah. I mean, I think both of us have been like you and I, Florence, Yin. Oh my goodness, I'm just calling you Florence now. Oh my goodness. I think both of us kind of like enjoy the scripted because, like for me, I can prepare the entire storyline and we just kind of go through the motion. And it's like cool stuff. But like I don't know. I should probably include more roleplay, but you know, when I can motivate myself to do so, yeah, I'm a writer at heart. Yeah, exactly. Also, dinner. Nom 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 nom. Um, I don't know if Frost and Tomix have their input. I got the rice. I'm Asian. Oh yeah, if you guys want to just go in here, I like the lore breaks in this interspersed between 1 hour of combat. I think I mentioned all the problematic stuff during the session. Show a passive, do beta card reviews. Yeah. I like the narration. Kraken's reasons, the whole transfer unit thing sounds like a hair pull. That's finances, you would have been a firefighter. Well, that's kind of his who said the villain had to be completely rational. But no, yeah. I should have shown that passive earlier. The actual conditions are after you've done 20% body damage, which would have also included damage to the body. So I should have shown it much earlier. I actually am not reading my stuff correctly. So it's after you've done a certain amount of total damage that it's supposed to trigger, and I completely forgot to show it to you guys earlier. So it's also just me being stupid. Um, I forgot a lot in this fight. I'm still not keeping up with the amount of data I have to churn through my head. Session 2 only being public. I went around halfway through. Yeah, and this is a thing for Frost too. Like we're working on your story, Frost. I mean, we haven't worked on it lately, but just know that you don't have to have everything figured out. Like the first while Frost is gonna be mostly preparation filler, not really filler, but more just like a smooth roll into the chapter. So you're gonna have a lot of time to create your story and everything. Tomix, your story is gonna be a bigger. It's gonna be kind of an interesting thing. Um, no, I think you're fine, Yin. I mean, I think you made the face transitions very well. The whole stagger everyone for 2 seconds could have gone really wrong, but you gave us plenty of time to recover. Yeah. Well, okay, so yeah. The whole reason for that is just so that Florence can clash and you guys don't DPS the life out of him. So, okay, hold on. Let me show you something real quick. Let me show you. Okay, actually, I can't show it all to you because then you get revealed phase 3. I haven't planned out how my character's going to be for chat 2. Yeah, I mean, we've worked on some of the data. When we get done with the fight next week, I will show you how fast I blitzed him. All on the gameplay story integration. Woo! I actually did something right. I mean, I messed up on the boss fight. I'm still a bad game designer. I am still the Scratcher Hunter game designer. You cannot expect good game design from me. I made Scratcher Hunter. I expect everyone to have omnipotent brain mass expanding across multiple galaxies. And then it's like, oh yeah, right. That you guys literally do not know. You physically do not know that that's a thing. How would you know otherwise? And it's like, I should have realized that. But it's what happened. I need to get people to play test my thing with me. It's just really hard. I feel it's off. Maybe she can do blood just too quickly after the crane fight, or at least it's like that because she kept silent unresponsive. Yeah, I personally silently didn't like the emo Yin, the emo Florence, where she specifically wouldn't interact with the group. I understand why, and that's why I didn't bother with it. Like I think it's cool. Oh, and hype moments are always awesome for real. Yeah, like like I understood why Florence would kind of be silent, and that's why I didn't complain about it. But I think definitely the. I will have to say, Yin is the yapper of the players, like Cinnamon was, because oh my goodness, please come back, Cinnamon. But Cinnamon has always been a bit more shy about trying new things unless like he really gets pushed to it. Yin will just go on and start things on their own. So as soon as Yin stopped chatting as much with Florence, I think that's when it really got hard to roleplay, and that's when I really had to start pushing in like mandatory scripting and stuff. And also because yeah, I mean, well, yeah, and that's no problem, Frost. Well, for you, Frost, it's like you and Cinnamon. It's your, I believe, it's both of your first time ever doing D&D, and it's gonna soon be your first time having a story built around you, probably too, Frost. So like, it is daunting, and like we'll help you through it. Not my chapter next time, so I think it should be that more consistent. But yeah, because I think it is very hard. Because I will say, Deathmot, and I got my wish. Let's go. I need Deathmot, guys. Deathmot is a thing. I he who does know and you guys who do not know. Ooh, I don't want to say anything. Um, yeah. Justice for who is Klipoth? Klipoth. You even spelled it wrong. You never. Oh, is this an? Oh, this is the D&D you guys did together, right? This is the D&D you guys did together. I see. All right. Okay. Also, hold on, real quick. The spelling is wrong, but the emotions will never fade. So if you guys are wondering, this is the entire timeline. That's the entire timeline, by the way. So relish in this garbage. that's literally how my thing is coded. It's just a giant two-dimensional array. Deal with it. Deal with my two-dimensional array garbage that I produced. Because I am a terrible game dev and I'm also a terrible programmer. Deal with it. Anyway. I didn't know you wanted this. Okay. Hold on 1 second. Yeah. Anyways, cool stuff. Good job, guys. Any other comments you have? Actually, I'll read this to you, by the way, just so that you guys understand. I'll read it like specifically, and I'll explain how it works. So, oh, Thomas is gone. I'll explain it to you guys though. Okay, you guys are all gone. All right. Well, goodbye.